Have you ever wondered why some people can withstand any blow of fate, while others break down at the slightest stress? Why some people rise even stronger after every defeat, while others give up at the first difficulty? Stop. Don't switch. Because in 15 minutes, you will learn a secret that will radically change your perception of difficulties. I'll show you the exact system that Navy SEALs, Olympic champions, and billionaires use to turn their minds into impenetrable fortresses. And best of all, by the end of this video, you'll have a step-by-step plan that will transform you from someone who avoids challenges to someone who actively seeks them out in 30 days. Sound crazy? Stay to the end, and I'll prove every word I say. Section 1. The shocking truth about mental power. A fact that will surprise you. Did you know that according to research by Stanford University, the human brain uses only 20% of its capacity in normal life? The other 80% is only activated in extreme situations. This means that right now you are living at 1/5 of your potential. But here's something even more shocking. Neurophysiologists at Harvard have discovered that the brain doesn't distinguish between real and imagined threats. This means that 90% of your fears are simply chemical reactions that can be reprogrammed, a story that will change the way you think. Let me tell you about Viktor Frankl, a man who went through the hell of the Nazi concentration camps and not only survived, but created a revolutionary theory about the human psyche. When asked what helped him survive where millions died, he said, "There is a space between stimulus and reaction. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response is our growth and our freedom." Warning. An important detail. Frankl noticed that it was not the physically strongest who survived, but those who could find meaning in their suffering. This discovery formed the basis of logotherapy and proved that mental strength surpasses physical strength by thousands of times. A revolutionary shift in thinking. Here's the truth they don't want you to know. Your brain is programmed to survive, not thrive. It's designed to avoid pain and seek pleasure. But in today's world, this ancient program is working against you. Turning point. Instead of seeing challenges as a threat, start seeing them as a workout. Every time you face a challenge, your brain is given the opportunity to create new neural connections. This is called neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself throughout your life. Section 2. 3 damaging errors that make you sad. Mistake number 1, avoiding discomfort. A University of Pennsylvania study revealed a shocking statistic. People who regularly avoid discomfort have a 40% higher risk of developing depression and anxiety disorders. Why? Because comfort is a stagnation zone. Real-life example. Elon Musk sleeps 4 hours a day and says his best ideas come precisely in moments of maximum discomfort. Jeff Bezos makes 90% of his decisions with only 70% of his information. They intentionally make themselves uncomfortable because they know the secret. Mistake number 2, the cult of complaining. Neuroscientists at Stanford have discovered that complaining literally rewires your brain. Every time you complain, you strengthen neural pathways that make you more prone to negative thinking. It's like a drug. The more you complain, the more you want it. Scary truth, the average person complains 15 to 30 times a day. That means you're training your brain to be miserable every 30 minutes. Mistake number 3, searching for external motivation. Here's what no motivational guru will tell you. Motivation is an emotion, and emotions are fickle. Studies show that motivation lasts an average of 2 to 3 days and then drops off dramatically. Section 3, secret special SEAL techniques for mental power. Technique number 1, Ice Warrior Protocol. Navy SEALs use the cold exposure protocol not just for hardening, but for training the parasympathetic nervous system. Here's the exact algorithm. Week 1, cold water at the end of the shower, 30 seconds. Week 2, 1 minute of cold water, Week 3, 2 minutes. Week 4, full cold shower, 3 minutes. Scientific rationale. Cold activates the production of norepinephrine, a neurotransmitter that increases concentration and stress tolerance by 200 to 300%. It's like a natural doping for the brain. Technique number 2, the 40% rule method. David Goggins, who I mentioned earlier, developed the 40% rule. When your brain says you're tired and can't go on, you've only used 40% of your capacity. The other 60% is hidden behind a barrier of discomfort. Practical application. When you want to give up, tell yourself, I'm only at 40%. I have another 60% to spare. Studies show that this simple phrase can increase your stamina by 15 to 20%. Technique number 3, visualize stress inoculation. Special forces use a technique psychologists call stress inoculation. They mentally rehearse worst-case scenarios to prepare the psyche for real-life challenges. Step-by-step algorithm. Visualize the stressful situation in as much detail as possible. Visualize your reaction, calm and in control. Mentally replay a successful solution to the problem. Repeat this exercise for 10 minutes daily. Technique number 4, box breathing. This is a secret technique used by snipers to control the nervous system in critical situations. Inhale for 4 counts. Delay for 4 counts. Exhale for 4 counts. Delay for 4 counts. Scientific fact: this technique activates the vagus nerve and can reduce cortisol, stress hormone, levels by 25% in just 365 seconds. 2 minutes. Section 4, a transformation story that will transform you. The incredible story of Dick Hoyt. Let me tell you a story that will prove that boundaries exist only in our heads. Dick Hoyt is an ordinary guy from Massachusetts who never played sports professionally, but his son Rick was born with cerebral palsy and couldn't walk or talk. The turning point. When Rick was 15, he told his father through a special computer, "Dad, I want to run a marathon." Dick, who had never run farther than the bus stop, agreed to push his son's wheelchair. Incredible result. They ran 1,000 marathons in 30 years, including 6 Ironman and 32 Boston marathons. Dick Hoyt, at age 70, had results that would have been great for a 30-year-old professional athlete. Lesson: when you have a cause that is bigger than yourself, your capabilities expand by leaps and bounds. This is called the superhuman effect, the ability to surpass your physical and mental limits for a higher purpose. Section 5, the neurons of incredibility. The secret of neuroplasticity. Neuroscientist Norman Doidge has proven in his research that the brain can be reprogrammed at any age. Here are 3 key principles. Principle 1, neurons that fire together, wire together. Neurons that fire together, wire together. This means that every time you overcome a challenge, you strengthen the neural connections of resilience. Principle 2, use it or lose it. Skills that are not used atrophy. If you don't train mental strength, it weakens. Principle 3, repetition is the mother of skill. Repetition is the mother of skill. It takes 21 days of constant practice to form a new neural network. Revolutionary discovery about fear. Neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux of New York University discovered that fear is processed in the amygdala, an ancient part of the brain that responds faster than the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for logic. Practical application. There is a 6-second window between the onset of fear and your reaction. If you can get through those 6 seconds without giving in to the first impulse, the prefrontal cortex will take control. Section 6, 30-day transformation plan. Week 1, grounding, days 1 to 7. Goal: create basic habits of discipline. Daily tasks: cold shower, 30 seconds, 10 minutes of meditation. 50 push-ups can be done from your knees. Write down 3 things you are grateful for. Choose one task you don't feel like doing and do it. Scientific rationale. These simple actions activate the prefrontal cortex and begin to form new neural pathways of discipline. Week 2, strengthening. Days 8 to 14. Goal. Increase resistance to discomfort. Additional tasks. Increase cold showers to 1 minute. Add 20 minutes of exercise. Practice box breathing in stressful situations. Keep a victory diary. Write down every discomfort overcome. Week 3. Breakthrough. Days 15 to 21. Goal. Break down mental barriers. Extreme tasks. Cold shower for 2 minutes. Accomplish something you've been putting off for months. Make a public commitment. Practice stress inoculation. Week 4. Mastery. Days 22 to 30. Goal. Solidify a new identity. Mastery tasks, completely cold shower, 3 minutes. Find an area where you are incompetent and start exploring. Help someone else get stronger. Set a goal that scares you. Section 7, Secrets of Emotional Control. Stop frame technique. When neuroscientists studied the brains of Tibetan monks, they discovered an amazing thing. They had developed the ability to stop emotional reactions the moment they occurred. Step-by-step algorithm. Feel a strong emotion. Mentally say, stop. Take a deep breath through your nose. Ask yourself the question, what is this emotion trying to tell me? Choose a conscious response instead of an impulsive one. The paradox of acceptance. Psychologist Carl Jung said, what you resist persists. What you accept is transformed. These are not just pretty words, but scientific fact. Research. Researchers at UCLA found that when people accept negative emotions instead of resisting them, stress levels decrease by 30% and problem-solving ability increases by 25%. Section 8. The Philosophy of Invincibility. The Stoic Principle. Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor and philosopher, 2,000 years ago, formulated a principle that is now supported by neuroscience. You have power over your mind, not over external events. Realize this, and you will gain power. Modern interpretation. Controllable. Your thoughts, reactions, decisions. Uncontrollable. Weather, actions of others. Past. Partially controllable. Your health, job performance, relationships. Section 9. Fast Restoration System. The Phoenix Protocol. When faced with a serious setback, use the Phoenix Protocol, a rapid recovery system developed for military psychologists. Stage 1. Shock. First 24 hours. Allow yourself to feel emotions. Avoid important decisions. Provide basic needs, sleep, food, safety. Stage 2. Analyze, day 2 to 7. Ask questions. What can I learn from this? How will this make me stronger? Make an action plan. Identify resources for recovery. Stage 3. Revitalization, from day 8. Take the first action in a new direction. Share your experience with others. Set new goals. The 72-hour rule. Research shows that the first 72 hours after a failure are critical to building a long-term response. If you take positive action during this time, the likelihood of a successful recovery increases by 300%. Section 10. Social Force Dynamics. The Contagion Effect. Neuroscientist Marco Iacoboni discovered that people have mirror neurons that automatically copy the emotional state of those around them. This means that your mental strength can infect others. Practical application. Surround yourself with people who are stronger than you. Become a source of strength for others. Avoid energy vampires. Principle of leadership by example. Research shows that leaders who demonstrate resilience to stress increase team performance by 40%. Your mental power affects not only you, but everyone around you. Conclusion. The moment of truth. So we have reached the end. Now you have a choice. You can say interesting and forget all about it a day later. Or you can make a decision that will divide your life into a before and an after. You know what separates people who change their lives from those who only dream about it? Take action within the first 5 minutes of receiving the information. Your assignment right now. Get up. Go take a shower. Turn on the cold water for 30 seconds. Feel the discomfort. Resist the urge to get out. Congratulate yourself. You've taken the first step toward a new life. Remember, a year from now, you'll be thanking yourself for the decision you made right now. Every day you put off change is a day stolen from your future. If this content changed your mindset, share it with someone who needs the message. Subscribe to the channel because we're just getting started. See you in the next installment. P.S. If you've watched to the end and you're ready to be transformed, write, "I'm ready to change" in the comments. This will be your public contract with yourself. Statistics show that people who publicly state their goals are 3 times more likely to achieve them. The time to act is now.